Good evening and welcome back to Prime of Midlife. It's Monday evening, we've survived the first work day, and today we are talking when plans go awry. Be kind to yourself. This afternoon after work, my intention was to come home and make the blueberry jam that I didn't make yesterday. However, somebody who shall remain nameless but is well known for his yay suggested that it might be a good idea to move my desk from that corner of the sitting room to that corner of the sitting room. So I came in this afternoon, having been thinking about it earlier, I went, yep, need to move that. So instead of making jam, I moved furniture. And you know how these things seem like a really good idea at the time? And then they grow arms and legs, and they don't even end up being an octopus, they end up being a kraken. I had one of them. So I cleared the basics off I cleared the extraneous stuff off my desk and unplugged the computer and etc. etc. Then realised that I had a box of files under there, so I moved that out to the middle of the room. I moved the computer chair out to the middle of the room. And then I was like, right, I need to clear this corner up here where the desk is going to go. So I had to take the little folding table down and move the armchair. So I did that. So then I had roughly a bit of a clear run, but I thought, right, I'll put the files up in that corner so that they're not in the middle of the floor, so I don't have to try and get round them. So we put the files up. Then I started moving the desk, realised that the router was on top of the desk and it had a very short flex from the BT point. So I had to move the router and make sure it was okay. So it got unplugged and untangled and put back in. So then I'm like, right, okay, I can do this. So eventually we got the desk into the middle of the floor. And then we had to sweep the bit where it was going, and we had to sweep the bit where it was coming from. So that was a fight with the dog because she thought the brush was some sort of toy. So that was joyful. And I'm like, I literally wanted to move two things. And I think that's the whole point of this conversation tonight is, do you know you have these good ideas? You're supposed to be doing one thing, but you think, oh, I'll just do that first. And that thing that you were just going to do first ends up being huge and it ends up taking you forever. By the time I had finished, the dog and I were almost wrestling, trying to get stuff off of her. But in saying that, I now have my desk in its new position. I have already been sitting there doing stuff on the computer, and it's definitely a better place for the desk. According to Kathleen, it's a better place for the chair as well. But it's now a sort of chain because I've moved the desk and the chair, I want this corner done and I want that moved from there. And it just, I swear to goodness, it's grown arms and legs. So yeah, that's where I've been today. Not doing anything that I intended doing. However, the good thing is that the moving of the desk was one of those pie in the sky, I'll get round to it eventually kind of things. But it's done now. And that's a huge plus. You know, the fact that I didn't do the dishes this afternoon is not that big a deal. I can still do them tonight. I can do them tomorrow morning if I'm up early, or I can do them when I come home. There's not that many. It's not that big a deal. So those repetitive things, you know you've got to get them done, but you also know you can live without doing them for a day. So I'm going to have a wee smug about moving my sitting room about because it looks a lot better. I am way better on the computer than I was before because I've got more space. So, yeah, as I say, what I intended did not happen. However, the pie in the sky idea got done and it didn't take too long and it's done and dusted. So, yeah, and please excuse the sound effects. I have a dog at my feet trying to undo my shoelaces and play with my toes. So, yeah, I'm off to go and deal with that. And I'll catch you later.